quick update. I hope everyone's doing good. Yeah, so so what's up? Today, I'm for those, man, how should I start this? So, how do I start this? What am I talking about? Anyways, today, what I did was, I got home, did the usual things that I need to do, like anyone does, but today I continued my little Blender endeavor, you know what I mean? I continued it, and I'm in the process of completing like a low poly tutorial, just to kind of get my muscle memory juices flowing when it comes to building character models. I'm going to be honest with everyone, it is so hard to do. I'm not going to lie. I don't understand how people did it with these dudes. Wait, sorry, like back in the PlayStation 2 days. Because now we have tools like Blender that are crazy good, right? But like, what the flip were they doing back then to do stuff? Like, I feel like I'm getting an overload in terms of information when I am using Blender. It feels like way too much information. Like, I just want to make these low poly stuff that looks like this stuff in this game. But like, damn, it's wild. It is wild how complex that tool is. And my guy looks so shit. I'm following a tutorial and following like a character tutorial, and I'm building a kind of like as he's doing it. So I'm building my own character as he's doing it. And my goodness, my guy looks like deformed. He looks deformed, and it's honestly kind of frightening. I won't lie, it's a little bit frightening and slightly concerning, because there's a cavity in his stomach. For some odd reason, I've decided to do that. So, based, I guess, I don't know. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. That's what's up with me. And yeah, I just finished that tutorial a bit, and now I'm like in the process of playing this game, because honestly, I'm moving on to the next project. So I haven't talked about it much, but I finished a project recently, or I haven't finished it entirely. I'm currently waiting. I'm in the closed testing period. When you release a piece of software, you need to test it, at least for Google to say, okay, we like it, and we're gonna put it on the, on the production, on the real App Store, on the real Android store. So they require us to do a lot of testing. Right now, I'm in that stage of testing, and it is honestly, it's a bit of a rigorous process for such a shitty game. You know what I mean? Like, I just made a game that's simple and that my friends and family can play, but I didn't realize how difficult it is to really get it on the bloody store. It's a little bit frustrating. I won't lie. It is definitely a little bit frustrating, but I'm pushing through, you know what I mean? Like, I've got 1 week left for testing, and what that means is I will be able to apply, and if they deem it, something that's good, then they'll say, hey, you can put it on the store, and I'll be like, yo, let's go. For the most part, in terms of all of the features that I wanted to add in that game, it's done, to be honest. Anything, I told myself, if I have something extra, I will add it, but I don't want to overwhelm myself and kind of, it's kind of cringe, but like, I really don't want to burn myself out on one single project. And I'm getting to that stage where I'm sick of looking at the code base, which is good, because I'm moving forward, so I'm getting sick of looking at it, which is something I need to work on, is to just get comfortable with the code base and make sure that I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying the process, but once I get to the later stages of all the admin shit, that's the annoying part, I guess, for me, and it's really frustrating. nonetheless, we're nearly there, and I told myself that I'm going to pick up a new project. So I've started picking up the skills, or I'm learning the skills that I need to kind of build on the new project. I've already got a vision of what I want it to look like and where we want to go with the next stages of this kind of process of developing my skills. And I have a good idea of what I want to make. So that's really good. I'm happy about that. I'm not looking forward to the end product because I know it's going to look shit. But that is just how it is. The creative process is going to take some time for me to get used to, and to really like push out, you know, stuff. So I'm not too honestly, I'm not too doom and gloom about it. I know it's gonna look like shit, but I'm gonna do my best to kind of get it as best as I can. And obviously the main point is to learn the skills I need to then further develop and build better shit later on. So that's the plan. So yeah. And the reason why I'm playing this game is because the next project is really going to be inspired by this visual style. So I'm really trying to just delve deep into why I'm drawn to games that look like this. So for example, Fantasy Life is another game that I enjoy. It's really odd, right? I'm a fucking 20-something-year-old man, and I enjoy games that are pretty... It's cringe when you think about it. It's like whimsical games that have strong color palettes, like really strong saturated color palettes with vibrantness, I guess. I'm trying to explore that kind of like those design choices by these people that have done stuff before me, to try and analyze why do I like, you know, the way this character looks, what's so appealing about it, what is the charm about the game, that, and how can I translate that in my work so I can hopefully provide that charm through the work I do. Because I think when I get to a point where I start to play my own games and unironically start to kind of enjoy them, I think then I'm at that point where I can say like, oh shit, I'm actually creating stuff that is good. Because if I find it good, then it probably means that I'm doing a decent job. You know what I mean? So yeah, anyways, that's my little TED talk. For anyone who's watching the VOD mostly, because I don't think there's nobody in here, but if you're watching the VOD, that's my little update, and hopefully that was, whether it be inspiring or just cringe, whatever, you know, whatever it is. That's the plan, to be honest. And that's probably that's why the streams are kind of like not too intense, you know, like it's just pretty chill, kind of just, I'm not looking to make anything crazy out of the streams. I'm just here to relax and hang out. If anyone's in the chat, they're in the chat. If they're not, whatever. But yeah, that's the update, my friends. Like yesterday, what I ended up doing was I was able to texture dump a lot of the textures from this game, so I can see how they kind of like they call it UV. I don't know what it's called. Like the actual, I don't know what UV stands for, but UV mapping of the textures. I'm kind of learning that process right now, and the PlayStation 2 days, they used to do a lot of they used to do a lot of they used to do a lot of the texture mapping in a smart way to save memory. So they wouldn't have like these fully fledged textures. They might sometimes use half a face. For example, Yangus over here, his face is actually not, it's constructed, but some of the pieces are half, so the eyes, there would only be one eye of a particular expression, and then they would map that onto the other side of the face by mirroring it, or they would just simply change the sprite ever so slightly. They wouldn't draw full sprites. And so that's the process, what I'm trying to learn, because that's the style that I'm trying to go for, is the PlayStation 2 era style. So with that in mind, that's what I'm doing. Like if you look at all of these textures, they're quite like pixelated, hard, kind of like if you look closely, I mean, but together they look quite cohesive. It looks like a cohesive 3D world, but all of this stuff is like sprite textures placed on 3D models. And this is what I want to kind of capture. And I'm being restrictive with the polygon counts as well, so I did a bit of digging and diving and trying to understand, you know, for this type of era, what was the workarounds that people had to work with. And they had budgets on, believe it or not, they had budgets on their polygons and how many polygons they can use for particular scenes, or they could only have 15,000 polygons on the screen at any given point. Things like that is what they call a polygon count, or a triangle budget or something like that. I don't even remember the exact name, but it was something similar like that. But yeah, that stuff is fascinating, and I'm enjoying the whole process, man. Really. I got a lot of these parts, man. I don't really know what they're doing. Eating them apart. My guys are getting pretty strong, I won't lie. But yeah, the next goal is getting to the bottom. Though we're not really looking to get stronger here. We're just looking to get to the bottom of the road. Obviously, farm good items as well. That's good. What is that? Ooh. Oh, it's the same item. Excuse me. I guess I'll sell something that's not that expensive, perhaps. Or I'm better off using some items that I'm not going to use, but I think today we will also be playing, I will definitely play Fantasy Life today. Yeah, oh, it's actually already quite late, shit. I did have a meeting this afternoon, so yeah. I might actually dip into Fantasy Life now, just because I don't really have much time left today. I do have save states, so I could just save state here and then continue later. I think that's what I will do. So I'll make a save state and I'll continue this later. Because honestly, this is just for my personal project, so I don't know if I want to do that. We'll play some. We'll play some Fantasy Life for a bit, and we'll go from there. So Fantasy Life. I haven't viewed it in a long time. It's maybe a week now. The last time I played it was June 20th, which is roughly about. Oh, that's actually quite some time ago. Actually, I didn't drop it because I didn't like it. It's more so because I'm just focusing on other things nowadays, and even streaming I haven't done much. So that's the reason why. Not that that matters anyways. So let's play some games and just chill out. Fantasy Life is another one of those games that I'm looking at direction wise as to how they kind of do things and what the whole the whole deal is with it, and why does it appeal to somebody like myself. And what's so appealing about it, I guess? And why do people like it? That's one of the things. It's just what I'm exploring, right? And level 5, the people that made this game, they have a distinct style of the way especially their art style. I haven't really found out who does that particular art style, but it is quite distinct, You can generally, the readability is like, oh, this is from level 5. Initially, I actually thought the game that we were just playing just now was from level 5 Inc., but it wasn't actually. So I mean that goes against my argument. But what it's made by Caviar, which was one of the people that worked on, I believe, they were the same people that worked on Drakengard, first game, led by Yoko Taro, I think. I'm fairly certain. So. Yeah, and then Caviar got disbanded, I think, later on. They didn't get disbanded, but they kind of got acquired by another company. I don't remember what the parent company was, though. But yeah, Level 5 is one of those companies that still exist. They did a lot of work on Yokai Watch in Japan for the 3DS, I believe. I remember seeing that game floating around. So yeah, now these games have just this particular charm to them, and the vibrant colors just give it a boost. Awesome. I haven't played in a while, so forgive me if I'm rough, but we're just, from last time I remembered, we're just kind of continuing the story, and just also we're kind of just leveling up what we can as quick as we can. I think one of the things that I was working on was trying to get a build that is continuously giving us a lot of items, which will give us a lot of money, and in turn allow us to get materials to build more things to level up our other classes. So that's kind of the goal, honestly. I'm gonna move to the base camp because I need to get the flowers, but yeah.